No more trauma bonding. The trauma bonding is over. The trauma bonding is over. Welcome back to Prophetic Diary. My name is Tiny. If you're not already a faithful subscriber of this channel, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. Everything you need to know about Prophetic Diary is down in the description box. How to sign up for that one-on-one encouraging coaching call with myself. We have the 15-minute strategy calls along with the 30-minute to an hour calls, whatever your needs are. I promise you I can meet them. Let's get that business started, right? Let's talk about that kingdom marriage. Let's finally get you some clarity in that area of your life. We have what we call the PD Society Circle that takes place every Sunday. This past PD Society Circle, we talked about the womb. Where did Jonah really go? Into the womb of the earth? Did he really go into a belly of a well? Was that just a metaphor? These are the spiritual things that we decode in the PD Society Circle. So I hope that you see us this Sunday in the PD Society Circle. Our Single and Ready series, boy, were you there? It was so amazing. We had a guest speaker. Maybe it was my spiritual spouse. We don't know. We had a guest speaker in the room, and it was so powerful because God says that we're ready. You're ready for those who have showed him that you know how to die to your old self so that he can revive you and give you the life he promised for you. A lot of amazing things that go on here at Prophetic Diary. Make sure you're connected. Today, I'm going to be giving my November word. So make sure you're there 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, November 4th. The Lord gave me this word, no more trauma bonding. Trauma bonding. You meet a friend in high school, you meet someone in college, and you both are struggling in English. So you have this trauma bonding. You both hate your English teacher. So you trauma bond and you come together and you find a friendship based off of, or the friendship is built on that trauma, right? Grade school, you're both in a foster home and you guys become friends because you both know how it feels to trauma bond because you're both foster kids. Whatever the trauma bonding begin, I don't know. But I know for some of you, you even got into some relationships in your adult years with a man, with a woman, and you guys trauma bonded, right? He had a broken relationship with his father, so he preyed on weak women. You had a broken relationship with your father. So this man, this image that he portrays to be is, you know, what you're looking for in a father. You guys are trauma bonding without even knowing spiritually. Right? Trauma bonds are built on trauma. And sometimes we have trouble letting go. And we see in Ruth 1, when Naomi husband has died, Ruth husband has died, Orpah husband has died. And they're in this place where it's trauma, right? It's trauma, and Ruth and Orpah build a relationship at the daughters of Naomi, and they were married to the sons of Naomi, and they build a relationship on trauma. I mean, at this point, they're in a land that is full of famine. Everything is dry. It's just trauma, and that's all they knew. But God was calling Ruth higher. God was calling Ruth into a land flowing with milk and honey. God was calling her somewhere higher where trauma is just not going to be her thing anymore. She didn't know. It was a walk on water situation. It was a situation she didn't know where she was going. And sometimes we just got to step out the boat and not know if Jesus is going to catch us. We just have to go. And Ruth just felt in her spirit. So in Ruth 1, it says, Naomi came to them and she's like, hey, you guys, I'm not going to bear any more children. Any husbands for you, go back. And it says, at this they wept. Verse 14, aloud. Then Orpah kissed her mother-in-law goodbye, but Ruth clung to her. You have to, in this season, and I'll talk about it in the November word, you have to cling to the unknown. You have to cling to the fact that I don't know where me and Naomi is going. I've never been in a healthy relationship. I've never experienced it, but I'm going to believe that there's one out there for me. I've never been financially stable. I've never been in a safe place with friends and family that love me, but I'm going to believe that God has some relationships for me. I have trauma bonded with this man for years. He was broke. I was broke. He was down. I was down. He was lost. I was lost. These friendships, but God is calling you, whoever is listening to this word, right? Because a lot of us are hearing these words, but no one's listening these days. When God says, whoever is listening to the words that he's given me, he is saying the trauma bonding is over. They like when you're in your trauma. They like when you're traumatized because it makes them feel comfortable. It makes them feel like they have a grasp on you. It makes them feel like you're not ever gonna do better than them. But someone today, the traumatizing things are gonna be of the past, the things that cause you trauma. It's over. They're so used to you calling on them for answers, so used to you complaining about a man. So when you get a good man and you're not complaining, they don't know how to reach you. They don't know how to connect with you. You're so used to being broke that now that you got money and your finances are being healed because you put in the work, you planted the seeds, and now they're growing, you're looking at them like, I can't relate to that anymore because I've done the work and my time is here. Or for I decided to walk away, or for I decided to trust God. And I'm going to go reap the benefits from Boaz. I'm not going back to my past, and I'm not staying here to continue to trauma bond with you. Trauma is a thing of my past. I'm no longer traumatized by my finances and my health and my family that just won't seem to get it. I'm no more trauma bonding. No more hanging in spaces and places where we all on the same page. No, I'm elevating. We're going to talk more about this in my November word, but if you feel led to turn to this word, hashtag no more trauma bonding. God needs your faith. God needs your faith. He needs you to trust him because you're about to walk into a new land where there's no more trauma. God says, do what Ruth did and cling to the new, cling to the unknown. Love you, family. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.